We'll start with Mitchell Shook.
Okay, Your Honor, Madam Mayor, Mitchell Shook here. So the Click Network, good news, the $5 increase that we had last year has really increased. Every $5 is $2 million more for Click Network. There's 35,000 revenue accounts, so you can do the math times 12 months. And right now, Click's on track to earn $4 million this year. Thank you, ka-ching. Paying back your depreciation sunk costs that otherwise won't be paid back by a private partner. That $5 increase, there's another one coming. So now you've just given a system that makes $6 million to a private partner that's giving you $2.5 million in return. Dumbest deal I've ever seen. And you're throwing these customers to the wolves. There's no oversight on rates. That $5 could be another $5 or another $7. You know, it adds up. Every $5 is $2 million out of their pockets. And you have no control over it. That's not public broadband. That's not what we spent $200 million building. That's not what cities across America are fighting for, to free themselves and to cast off the chains of monopoly. And now we're heading down a slippery slope, and an illegal slippery slope at that. We didn't know it back in April, but now the law says you cannot lease or sell a municipal utility asset. Lease. We were talking about Cheney Stadium. We're just leasing it. We're talking about leasing a theater. Well, when somebody's going to run it, well, you can't do that with a municipal utility. Thanks to Homer T. Bone and the people back in 1917 that wrote these laws for us. They're real laws. And they include telegraph and telecommunications and telephone. This is a telecommunications network. And we're going to be in court for years and years and years. And these precious resources are going to be wasted, and we're going to lose because this is the people's asset. So please, do the right thing. Pull in the horns. Let's get back to work. Let's go get another 10,000 customers. I made a generous settlement offer. I hope the council received it. I received a rejection letter from Mr. Fosbury tonight, and I don't have any indication that council members received my offer.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mitch. All right, Courtney Love.
Hello, Mayor, council members.
Hello, Courtney.
I'd like to start with saying that I don't think Click is surplus. It's always been a treasure to me. With net neutrality under threat and municipalities across the nation looking to establish broadband, it makes me ache with the idea of releasing or leasing leasing out the first in the nation, especially when our very own county is looking for ways to provide reliable internet service to our rural neighbors. I can't help but think Click would be an excellent hub to expand from.
My name is Kip Burns, and I live in Tacoma, and I'm here to speak about the importance and value of Click. I tell people when I first started speaking to the City Council and Tacoma Public Utility Board about Click, I was 7 feet tall. You're wearing me down, but I'm not giving up. I just want you to know that.
Thank you, Kip.
You know, I looked at this, and I really feel very strongly that the city must maintain control of Click, and there's good reasons for that. The IRU is called an indefeasible right of refusal. In other words, it can't be undone. So if this is, in my words, gifted to a private company, we lose control of it. Now, the number I want everyone to remember in the community is that Click, in the last 10 years, has saved the community because of competition $100 million. Now, I can't think of another thing that would save us $100 million. You need to ask yourself, what happens the day after another private company would take Click over? The prices would raise. And as they raise, we would pay out more money. The basic cable rate for Comcast is $80 a month, plus some things that they don't tell you about. That would generate another $7 million, and that money would be vacuumed out of our community to a private corporation and to private individuals. That shouldn't happen. You could, actually, because we've made the investment and because it's paid for, provide every student that's on the school lunch program, the 17,100 students, for less than $2 million, a connection to this fiber that's in place without a further investment. It'd be a one-time charge, and see that they are invested in for the future. So I really would like you to rethink this. Think of all the options. Think about the savings. $100 million in the next 10 years will be lost, and probably a lot more. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kip.